Carrie and Tommy will launch in just a second to brighten your day. With CommBank Yellow, you get discounts and exclusive experiences. More recognition for you and benefits for your business too. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.
It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little.
This
Is Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah, welcome to another big podcast. How are we today, guys?
My chakras are a little off, but not bad. Thank you, Jesse. How are
I
you?
just don't think you can be anything apart from up and above. Now that
above?
up and above,
We up and about? But maybe we're even higher, Bickers.
Up and above. That's not even a
That's
phrase,
on
is it?
cloud nine.
Because the Fridays Live announcement was made today. Did you see the lineup?
Oh, did I see it, Carrie? They filmed our reaction to hearing it in one of the more embarrassing videos we've ever had to make for this wonderful company.
Want to watch that woman on stage. I don't care what she does.
I hope she gets carried
Remember when
around.
she laid on stage?
Yeah, I hope she does none of her
If she
own
does nothing
movements.
but lay on stage, I would watch that.
Me too.
And if she happens to belt out that amazing voice of hers, that's a bonus.
What about Pitbull?
What about Mr. Worldwide? Is that the same person?
Same person. What about Mr. 305?
Oh,
Carrie?
yeah.
Who's Mr. 305?
Same person again. Hey, we got heaps to come on the show, including a year's worth of free Friday night takeout for not just you, your whole family. It's worth an absolute truckload. But up next, dearest Carrie Bickmore, I rarely say this, but no, actually I say this quite often. You deserve better than me, and I think I've...
Is this about you being late today?
I owe you a big apology, Carrie.
What happened?
I was late to work today.
I know you were. We've all been sitting here for a good hour waiting for
It
you.
wasn't an hour.
I was here at 1:15.
But that means you got here early.
I
You
got
don't
here-
add that to my late time. And still then it wouldn't have been an hour. I was only half an hour late.
You just sat down in your chair about 2 minutes ago.
But I've been here.
Yeah, this is funny.
If you've been here warming up your lunch, do that on your own time.
Why? You eat on air.
But I multitask. You went away from us to heat it up.
Yeah, I did a meeting down there.
With who?
I checked in with sales just about KPIs and stuff. It's probably stuff you don't actually do. They actually say, "Is Carrie ever going to come down here?" And I say, "Look, I try, but you know how she is. Doesn't know any of your names." So even I'm ashamed of why I was late today.
Why were you late?
Carrie, I'm really sorry. So, you know, we've both been running a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why do you look like you're crying?
because I'm really ashamed of this.
Okay.
No, that's about other things in life, actually. But this one, I should have been better.
Okay.
You know how I'm not good at speaking, like I can't do confrontation.
Speak right now.
Yeah,
You're not speaking very much right this second.
So I went for a run today, and then I was like, I reckon if I book in for a 45-minute foot and calf massage at 12:30, I'll be out at 1:15. I'll get to work by 1:30, the time we are due to get to work.
God, you're
Perfect.
always running the gauntlet. That's not enough time
That's
for any of
An
those.
optimist.
Yes.
And then I got there.
Yeah. And they're running late.
They offered me a cup of tea.
Of course.
And I had a cup of tea, and that was lovely.
Why do you say no? I need to get going. I've got work to get to and people waiting.
Yeah, because then it gave me a foot bath. And I assumed the foot bath was part of the 45 minutes. Turns out the foot bath is an extra 15-minute free feature. And so then they started the massage, and I just couldn't stop her massaging my feet and calves, Carrie. I'm sorry. I should have left, but the time I was meant to be at the office, I was getting a pinky toe plucked. You know how they go plunk? You know how they do that with your finger? Plunk, like plunk.
It's just rude. It means
To
your
interrupt her,
time
I agree.
is more important than our time and my time in a week that I have a lot going on.
I just couldn't stop a massage, Kate. You know that saying. 13 10 60, help me out. Surely I'm not alone. What is the worst excuse you've got for being late? And I thought
It's got to be a real thing, not a made-up excuse, but just something
Oh, sorry,
pathetic,
your
like I was
worst
having
reason.
my toes massaged.
Yeah, and I thought I wasn't going to tell you, but then my feet look shiny because they're covered in oil, and I thought you'll know.
I would love a massage.
Well,
Out
I've
of
got
the
a
two of
joint.
us who needs a massage this week, it ain't you. 13 10 60.
No, I've just
pathetic
had
like
one.
Tommy.
Carrie and Tommy.
For your Thursday, Arvo, it is Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little for the drive home.
And I've got greasy, oily feet because I was late today because I was getting my feet and calves
Do
massaged
they
after a
stop
run.
at the knee?
They do stop at the knee, yes.
Oh.
I don't...
So hold on. You had 45 minutes of just leg and feet.
Feet and calf.
Don't your feet get ticklish?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't get a foot massage.
I
I was
I
worried
think-
I'm going to kick someone.
I think it might be my favourite thing.
So mine is my
in the
fingers
world.
being popped like that. The massage when they do the
The
fingers.
pop the fingers,
So I
yep.
can imagine if you weren't ticklish at the toes, it'd feel quite nice.
Yeah,
having that
pretty
done.
good.
Especially, do they do the thing where they wrap their fingers in between your toes?
They do.
Oh,
They do.
Heavenly.
Now you see why I was late. It's a bad excuse for being late. Look,
it's very
I admit
disrespectful to everybody else here that's not having a
that.
massage.
I didn't plan. The massage went long. She said, "These feet, sir, are stunning."
No, you also
And I
needed
went,
a foot bath, apparently, because they were probably so manky. They were like, we
true.
can't massage
Yeah,
those
that
feet.
is also true.
Actually, that's probably what happens. They make you think you're getting a foot bath as an
Oh,
added
we'll throw it in
extra,
for free.
but they see your feet and they're like,
Yeah,
you
of
got
course.
code red over here
100%. Yeah, code red.
or code black for your big toe. Which toe is black?
No, I haven't got a black big toe. It's pretty much gone.
Oh.
So thank you very much. Thank you. Don't want to brag too much, but 9 nails.
Shannon, how are you?
I'll try. G'day, Shannon. She's
Shannon.
ironically late for the
Can
segment.
you hear me?
Oh,
yes,
Shannon, we got
can.
ya.
Oh, good as.
Did you mute yourself with your cheek, Shan?
No, I do not believe so. That was
Okay.
weird.
Did you say
Anyway,
good as?
Yeah, good
Yeah,
as.
like
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, Shan. Why were you late?
I was getting a tattoo, actually. She told me it would be 1 hour.
Yeah.
It ended up being 4.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
And the only reason I did it before work. That's why I was late. But the only reason I did it before work was because she was screwing me around. Like, you know, she had medical issues in her family and her dad was really sick and whatever. And so I'm like, screw it, I'm free a little bit this day. So that'll be fine. But no, it wasn't fine.
Okay. And did your work understand? Were they...
Yeah, actually, my boss was pretty chill because I was a beauty therapist and I didn't have any clients. So she just didn't pay me for when I wasn't there.
Oh,
What
that's
did you
pretty
What did you
good.
get? What tat?
There were just these 2 little ones. One was like tarot cards and the other one was the little soot sprites from Studio Ghibli film.
From what,
And
Shan?
yeah,
No, from
because
what?
I'm a little nerd. From the Studio Ghibli film, Spirited Away.
Oh, Spirited Away, which is also a game, is it?
I don't know.
Are they Japanese films?
Yes,
Yes, right.
yeah, pretty cool, but
Sorry.
really stressful.
Shannon, Carrie just asked you like she was aware of that.
Yeah,
one,
no,
one of our
that's fine.
producers just wrote a note to her saying they're Japanese
Just
films.
helping the conversation along.
Classic.
You don't have to peek behind the curtain all the time.
You were too
Classic.
smug about it. Shannon, are they Japanese? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate you. G'day, Brad.
How you going, people?
Yeah, living the dream. Why were you late?
Well, when the Microsoft outage was out,
Yes.
I couldn't call my work because, 1, I couldn't call my work, and 2, I couldn't call my roller door to let me out of my garage.
Oh, that's perfect. How
That
good.
could be used in other circumstances, surely, like internet
Well, I
down
mean-
or something.
Realistically, I could have pulled the little cord to open up manually, but I
Nah.
just couldn't be bothered.
Nah, and that sounds like it could be dangerous, Brad. You don't want to put your life
Oh,
at
yeah,
risk.
very dangerous, yes.
Did
yeah,
it- so
yeah.
how-
I can't
how-
put the back out.
How many hours off work did you get?
6.
That's so good.
That's almost your full day. Did you bother to
Well,
go in?
basically at the end of the day, when the outage came back, I called him up and said, "Listen, I was going to call you up saying I can't be there until a certain time, but 6 hours passed. Somewhere I'll come in tomorrow."
Oh, so you couldn't even get an Uber or anything?
I couldn't call anyone.
Whoa, that's awesome.
It'd be quite distressing for a lot of people. Just
Why?
having no access to call anyone. Like, think of all the times you actually really need to get hold of somebody.
Oh, I reckon that'd be heaven.
But you don't speak to people even without an outage. So I don't reckon you're the right person
I reckon
to
I'd-
ask.
I'd go around the neighbourhood and I'd recruit friends
Door to door.
and I'd go to the pub and
The
I'd
Tommy
say,
cult.
everyone, phone's in the bin. We live here now.
Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you going?
What was your excuse for not rocking up to work?
Well, I think it was a pretty good one. I actually went into labour.
That's what I should have gone with. Absolutely.
Oh my God, were you early?
I was actually. It was with my 3rd child, and it's been a while since I'd had kids. It was like an 18-year age gap, so
Yeah.
your body sort of forgot a bit. And I sort of had a possible preterm labour at 30 weeks, and I thought everything was going well. And then I was like, yeah, something's not going good here. So I actually had to get my husband to call into work and say, look, she's not coming in today.
Oh.
So they ended up doing a C-section.
Sarah, how big has the difference been between having a kid 18 years ago and having a kid more recently for you?
Oh, so many things have changed from the first one to the last one.
How many in between?
I've got 4 now. So I've from the first, which is 28 years old, to my 5-year-old. Medication, immunisation.
Yeah.
You can't eat this. You can eat that now. You can't do this. You can do that now. So many things were different, but it was just totally different experience.
Sarah, obviously, you're older, but have you found it easier, harder, or is it just not comparable?
Different.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. So many things are different. I've got probably more time. Back when I had my first child, I was back to work after 6 weeks. These two, I really haven't gone back to work. More time with the kids.
Yeah.
Not as much patience, but you learn to deal with things differently.
Was it part of your plan, Sarah, to have them that far apart?
Yes. I would have liked all 4 at once,
yeah.
But I, remarried and my husband didn't have children, and I was like, well, I can still have them. Let's try.
Good on you, Sarah.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's good.
very cute, Sarah. Good on you.
And let's just go to Chloe. Chloe, have you got a better excuse than going into labour for why you didn't rock up to work?
So mine wasn't for work, but it was probably worse. So Tommy should get a little bit of credit because a great foot massage is always worth it.
Thank you.
But I was late to my brother's wedding because we went to see a movie, having some time to kill, not realising it was a 3-hour movie and not an hour and a half. So we rocked up as they were coming out of the chapel.
But what?
Hold on. Why on a wedding day you're going to it? That's so funny, Chloe.
But Chloe, did you, you must have realised at some point.
This is a long movie.
About halfway through the movie, we were like, oh, I've been sitting here a while, my butt's going numb, this seems to be stretching on, and then looked at the tickets and realised that it was actually a really long movie.
But did you not leave at the point where you...
We did.
Yeah.
We left after the halfway, but we still, because it was about a 45-minute drive across.
Oh,
what movie was late.
Chloe?
It was one of the Bad Boys movies, one of the early ones.
Worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Carrie and Tommy driving you home.
It's time for Bickmore's Bits.
Here we go now.
See, I can understand what Hailey Bieber is about to talk about in this bits because I'm just having an argument with our web guy Eli about her life with Justin Bieber, and we don't even know Hailey and Justin Bieber, and we're arguing about how often they see each other because web guy Eli's like, I bet you they go for weeks without seeing each other. And
Don't they live with each other?
Yeah, he reckons they just in a mansion. And I said, I reckon they spend all their time together. And then I looked at him and I was like, neither of us know, and it's none of our business. But
do you reckon they're having a conversation where someone's saying to Justin, "Where's Hailey?" and he goes, "In the West Wing somewhere."
Yeah. No, I reckon they're together all the time. Anyway, she has opened up. So we obviously know she did her Vogue cover shoot where Justin commented saying, I remember having a fight once with her where I told her, you'll never be on the cover of Vogue.
Overshare?
And we were all like, hey, we don't need to know what you're fighting about. Anyway,
funny,
in this
though.
interview, it's not funny.
That's funny that they had a fight about her being on the cover of Vogue.
I think that's horrible. That's not what the fight was about. In the middle of a fight, he was hurting and he said as a retort, he said to her, well, you'll never be on the cover of Vogue.
It's the most ridiculous thing.
But I think it would be very hurtful to her. It's like saying you're not good enough.
To be on the cover of Vogue.
You're mocking the way I'm saying this, but if
Who
it's Hailey...
cares about being on the cover of Vogue?
Of course, for us people, yes. But for Hailey Bieber, if that's
Carrie,
her ultimate
Guess
and her
what?
husband's saying to her, you'll never be on the cover of Vogue, that would
Carrie,
be
guess what?
so hurtful.
I don't think...
Yeah, she's a model, exactly.
I don't think I will ever be on the cover of Vogue.
No.
And I've come to accept that.
You're comparing yourself to the model Hailey Bieber.
No, she's been on the cover.
I think it would be like someone saying to you, you'll never be a successful comedian in the middle of an argument.
Too late.
Okay, a few years ago.
Do we know how
people have said that to me? Heaps of people have said that to me.
No, your wife. In the middle of an argument.
I had a wife. I'm going to ask, do we know how the argument started? What if it was her saying you'll never be on the cover of the Rolling Stones or something?
Oh.
And then he just clapped back.
Great male argument. But what did she say?
Anyway, in this article, she has spoken about how hard it is being postpartum at the moment, post having a baby, and doing all of that while the internet's
Have
having.
they got a kid?
Is that a joke?
I promise I'm not joking.
I actually was there for the
They've got a little
conversation
boy
about
called
her
Jack,
being
don't they?
postpartum yesterday, and I didn't even clock that they had kids.
Sorry, I'm not being a smartass. I had no idea.
Yes, they have a little boy that was born in August last year, and she's saying it's really hard to be a new mum while the internet every day is saying, are they getting divorced? Are they happy? They don't look very happy. She said it's complete and utter mind. She says, I cannot even begin to explain it. It's a crazy life we live. And she said was honest with the reporter and said, I do read the headlines about herself and Justin. She said, there's nothing you can do to try and correct the narrative. She's tried to tell her side of the story. No matter what she says, people then say she's lying about her own side of the story. And she said, imagine how trapping that feels.
I just to add to this, and we've said before on this show, we think Bieber is in a bit of trouble, not only financially, but doesn't seem to be doing that well in his personal life. I saw a sad clip this morning of him attempting to sing Stay with Kid Leroy, and he couldn't get on stage. He had a glass of wine in his hand, and he had 2 steps in the way, and he couldn't get up them. But he sounded pretty good.
Wait, he was singing from off stage?
Yeah. And forgot the words, but sung that he'd forgotten the words, and he sounded pretty good.
Wow. Speaking of somebody's life that we all think we know and we don't, Miley Cyrus has been in the news. She sat down with Zane Lowe where she spoke about how she almost didn't attend the Grammys last year, where she ultimately won her first Grammy for Record of the Year, because she said she talked about how whenever she's lost or not been nominated, the way she's dealt with it is by pretending that the Grammys don't matter to her.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, the Logies, when you don't win your Logies and you're like, what are the Logies anyway?
Or the cover of Vogue.
Or the cover of Vogue.
And you just
didn't want to
don't
be on
care.
it anyway.
I used to care.
And she said she pretended it wasn't something she obsessed about. And she said, however, when she won the Grammy for Flowers, she says it felt like a Band-Aid on a broken heart. Here is
I think for me with Flowers, somewhere inside of me, maybe my ego or maybe the amount of time that I dedicated myself to it, I think somewhere inside of me, I needed maybe to hold a trophy and just feel for a moment that I have something that I can hold in my hands that feels like a true achievement. Maybe it's the kid in me. I don't know what it was, but I needed like something to hold that made me feel like I had really won. And so at the Grammys, that's why I went, was actually for like healing.
Sorry, we both just had our minds blown. We
Sorry,
couldn't
that's
concentrate
awesome,
on
Miley.
Because, Carrie, what news has just come across?
Okay, so there's
The
other
death.
stuff I wanted to tell you. Kim's, after 6 years of studying, graduated from law school. I want to talk to you about Robert De Niro. Anyway, I can't get past now
De Niro.
the fact that our... Pardon?
De Niro. He's always with women that are like literally 50 years younger than him, and then he wants to be righteous and tell us how to live our lives.
Okay, we don't have time to talk about him because the producers have just pointed out, back to Hailey being on the cover of Vogue, that apparently in 2019 she was on the cover of Vogue with Justin. So clearly the insult's even worse because it's like, without me, you couldn't have done it. That's tough.
That's tough. Also, what was tough was producer Sammy went to show us the photo, and a subscription thing had popped up over the photo. There we
Got to pay
go.
your subscription. Oh, they look gorgeous together. Anyway.
Oh God, Vogue's really occupied too much of my time.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia, for your drive home this Savo, it's Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Well, because our run is not far away, and apparently there's a bit of a surprise in store for us.
Carrie, Tommy are going to Africa. Running a marathon, they'll need all their stamina. They'll run with elephants, lions and buffalo. Leopards, rhinos, sand and mountains will keep them on their toes.
Carrie and Tommy are running the Big 5 Marathon in South Africa. The Carrie's beanies for brain cancer.
This is Africa.
Producer Sammy, what is said surprise?
Well, as you guys know, I'm coming with you, and I feel very honoured and grateful to be doing that.
Yes, you are coming along to film content for us.
Yep. And we're going to be doing a show from there,
We
which
are.
is very exciting. But I feel like in the lead up, I don't really have too much responsibility, and I feel like I'm not pulling my weight.
Sure.
But
Sorry, is that where we're meant to go? No.
Oh no, I admit it. That's fine.
How much have you raised so far?
I got my parents to donate $100 the other day. Shout
Yes.
out.
That's not bad.
Sam's mum and dad.
Dad wasn't happy about it.
He wanted a joint
Spent
100,
enough
didn't
on
he?
our school fees
Yeah.
that he always says he has. But anyway, he did it.
They've paid off. Sammy, has this come off the back of us asking where we're staying?
No, we need to talk about that off air.
Okay.
We're still working out the nuts and bolts of that.
Yeah, good.
But for on air, we've obviously been counting down the days until we go to South Africa.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better way to count down than bring it in, please?
What is
An
this?
advent calendar?
No.
Oh my gosh. To
have-
It's a giant trolley.
It's a trolley
Covered
with
in,
like
silk.
if you order room service and it comes into your hotel and you have to
Yes.
take off the thing to see what's under the cloche.
Yes, but it looks like it's that crossed with a bad magician.
Yes.
It's got a black silk on it.
I have
under
waited 1 month for your brand new
Mm-hmm.
countdown timer to arrive all the way down to the second because we need to be raising money, we need to be training all the way up to the final moments.
And how long have we got to go?
Ready?
Ready?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hang on. It's under the box. Ready?
Are you
There's a
doing an
box on
unboxing
the
with us?
trolley.
Yeah.
No one cares about your unboxing. Okay, yep.
Oh, he's taking the box away.
That is the smallest clock I've ever seen.
Took me a month to get that.
I don't know if I can even read it from here. That took a
Hang
month.
on.
you see
It's
it?
got we've only got 17 days?
No, 22 days.
What's the
We've only
17
got
at the top?
22 days?
Yeah, see, this is why I got it. To remind us every day that there's something physical we can look at to make sure we're...
I thought we had 4 weeks.
No,
How
that's
long's 4 weeks?
4
That's
weeks
28
would be
days.
28 days.
Why didn't you tell me?
That's why I've been waiting for this. I ordered it a month ago and it just got here.
Give me a look at it.
All right.
It's a very small. Not that I'm ungrateful. It's awesome.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty big. Like the average...
Jump online to Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah.
Jump
Like-
online to the Carrie and Tommy Instagram. There's a link there, but also to Carrie's Beanies for Brain Cancer.com. There's a link to the Big Five where you can donate to our campaign as well.
Just like to
there's
fix your sentence up there, Carrie. That clock, I think the average clock size is about 10 centimetres, so that's pretty big.
There's 2 things I would like to bring up about this clock.
Yep.
It says countdown to my retirement on it.
That's I didn't plan that. That's just what it came with.
What? It's
Okay.
a retirement
It's the
clock.
most. So it comes with different backgrounds you can choose, and it's the most safarian looking one.
Is that because
And it
that's
happens to have.
we're going to die?
That's also a possibility. It's a bit of a
It
double
al-
entendre.
It also doesn't work.
What?
It's not working. The seconds aren't changing.
Oh, okay. So when I was setting all of this up,
So we're still going to
did-
have 22 days in like
No,
a
no,
week.
hang on. I'll fix
Oh, you guys
it.
got ages.
Hang on. I dropped it when I was setting all this up,
No
and it
way.
did. It broke the back of it, and now I'm trying
So
to.
tell me more about the school fees that your dad paid for.
25 grand a year.
20 what? This is off
boarding
air.
school.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that
I,
standard?
even had a scholarship,
For what?
leadership scholarship.
A leadership
Yeah,
scholar.
I ended up being a
Sammy,
captain of
Oh,
the
that's
I
when they
hate-
couldn't work out what
also-
you'd be there for as a scholarship. So they were like,
Also, I hate to break it to you. No, you didn't. That's one of those ones they just say.
Tick the box.
Yeah. Am I on a scholarship too?
Oh, it's working.
You're on the leadership scholarship. Oh, well done,
See,
leader.
Alita couldn't work that out. I mean, sorry, Alita could work.
It wasn't an English scholarship, was it?
Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah, and coming up very soon, how you could win a year's worth of free takeaway.
is there an item of clothes? Like, what's the oldest item of clothes you have that you still wear?
The oldest thing,
Yeah, like a thing that you got years ago. What's the oldest number of years and you've still been wearing it?
I wore it to your beanies launch the other night.
What was that?
I have a jacket that is probably 20 years old.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a fair effort.
Yes, I was leaving a nightclub and
Oh, what? Oh, I want to hear the end of this
gave
story,
it
don't
to
you?
You didn't they?
I had a jumper in the cloakroom and it was
Oh my
freezing.
God! Did
and-
you take someone's jumper?
No,
Jacket?
no. I said, oh, my jacket's in the cloakroom, and he was really over being there. And he goes, he just threw me this jacket, and I went.
You
"That's
took
better
someone's
than-
jacket.
That's better than my jacket.
Oh my God, Tommy!
I didn't mean to, though. I tried to then get his attention and say, "Excuse me, Squire."
As if you did.
I,
This was meant to be just a fun little chat.
Well, to be fair, though, at least you've kept it for 20 years. You got some
Yeah,
good
you got
value
some wear out of it. But
Yeah.
don't do that at home, kids.
Yeah.
That's
no,
stealing.
do it at a nightclub.
Yeah.
No, sorry, don't do it. I didn't mean to.
What's coming up next?
Thrust upon me. Probably more apologies for other stuff that I shouldn't have done. Stay with us.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Vickers, this
Yes.
story's got heaps in us.
What?
Take us to France, Jesse.
You know why this is the song?
It's French Montana.
Yes. Very good.
Did you think I was not going to get that?
I don't know what's
Eli
going on. What are
spent
you
a lot
all
of time
talking
on
about?
that.
What is that song?
I don't know.
What
They
is
were
this
questioning
talk
my
break about?
music
Why are
knowledge.
you all arguing?
Behind the scenes, Tommy wanted French music, and we were
Right.
like, oh, let's bring French Montana.
Sorry.
Sometimes it can be too clever.
Sorry. Also,
That was Eli.
Sorry. Let's clear this up. I didn't actually ask for music at all.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You guys all went. I've got music for this bit.
We've got heaps too.
The Champs-Élysées
Yeah.
is a busy street. Use your flippers.
What?
Use your flippers.
Just get on with the conversation.
That was taking me back to some times. Vickers, over in Paris.
Was that the period of time when you stole the jacket? Was that the sort of music that was playing in the club?
Yeah, it was about that time. Here we are in Paris streets. Oh, having an espresso, I see. A baguette avec jambon et fromage, s'il vous plaît. Paris. And a man whose name is Tristan. Tristan's an Aussie. He was going over there. He got
I was
ripped.
going to say, it doesn't sound very French.
Nah, Tristan's an Aussie. He got ripped off on a van, right, that he was trying to buy anyway. He had no money, basically. And so he was, to get accommodation, he was doing the cheapest option possible, which he thought was couch surfing on Airbnb. Of course, one of the options is on Airbnb, you can do all types of things. You can rent a room that's part of a place. You can do blah, blah, blah. So he was doing that. He didn't understand the description on this guy's Airbnb ad. He said he put it through Google Translate, and it said the guy called himself a naturist.
Hold
But-
on, the girls have just said couch surfing is its own thing too.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I've got that wrong.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Couchsurfing's like a big backpackers thing where you share accommodation for free,
Sorry.
Oh.
but they just literally surf
Apologise.
on your couch.
And it's not on Airbnb at all. I really
Okay.
apologise.
Sorry. So yes, what did you say? He what?
So he tried to Google Translate this French. and
Where was the French?
on this couch surfing
Ad.
site.
Yeah.
Yes. And the guy called himself a naturist, and he thought, I don't know what that is, but I love the great outdoors as well. Fantastic. And so he walked in, and the guy opened the door wearing a rainbow sarong.
Fun.
And he said, we sat down and we tried to chat. It was hard to communicate because he didn't speak any English and I didn't speak any French. So what's the natural next thing you do? He started playing me the lute.
What's the lute? An instrument of some
A
sort?
Renaissance string instrument.
With his sarong on.
Yes, but then he said, is it okay if I take my sarong off? He took his clothes off and continued playing the lute. And he looked straight at me, holding eye contact as he played the lute. And he said, in this house, it's preferable if no one wears clothes. So you don't have to worry about it now. But when you next have a shower, just don't get dressed.
So weird.
So
What did he do?
he remained fully clothed for the rest of the night. But the next morning, after his shower, he followed his advice and he walked out into the living room naked.
He didn't leave.
Yeah, and he said, I was uncomfortable initially. And then the man offered him a massage.
Hold on.
And he said, no, I'm fine, thank you. And so then he made him a breakfast of chia oats.
In the nude?
Yes.
And a baguette.
Yeah, I reckon naturists would love a bit of chia pudding.
And then there was a knock at the door.
Oh, no.
And two young Canadian guys walked in who were also there to couch surf. And they were fully clothed, but now they were met with not one, but two naked men, one of whom started once again playing the lute. They spoke better French.
If you've got a lute anywhere near where you are now, I need to hear what the lute sounds like. Call us 13 10 60.
They spoke better French than our Aussie boy, so they were all chatting,
Yeah.
right? And he assumes he said the same thing to them
yeah.
because they kept their kit on and until they had a shower, and then they walked out naked, and they all spent a full day naked together until he went to go to bed. And he put his underwear on. Tristan put his underwear on, the Aussie guy, And the French host said, no. Me think no to that. Thank you.
Me and the lute don't like your underpants.
And he said the host wouldn't go out that much because he couldn't be naked outside. So he would only go out if it was somewhere like a park where he could then get nude. He said we all stayed longer than expected. 2 nights and 3 days.
Do you think men are more comfortable just all
Just a
being
little bit of loot for you.
nude together? Would that weird you out or you wouldn't care?
Us being nude.
Like if you guys all were just in it's quite a nice instrument.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got...
Like if you were just with your mates at home, would it be weird if you all sat around nude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. What are you talking about?
But would it mean you left? Or you just go,
If I'd gone to, say, have a piss and I came back and Sam, Jesse and Eli were suddenly nude sitting on the couch, I think I'd probably leave.
Would you? Would you actually? I don't reckon
I'd
you
either
would.
get nude or leave.
I think you'd absolutely get nude.
I reckon you'd be the easiest one to convince.
I'm pretty easy.
Peer
to get,
pressure.
I'm pretty
get
easy to get
you
nude.
so quick.
If you convince me that I'll somehow be cooler in your eyes if I'm nude, my clothes are coming off quicker than anything. In fact, one of my best friends, who you also know, we do spend quite a bit of time nude together.
Do you? Who's that? Oh, do you?
Because he's very much a nude person.
He's a nudist. He's a naturist.
He's so hairy, though.
Does he
that
play the
even
lute?
when he's nude, he's not nude, really.
Yes, it does offer
He just looks like
afford a bit more. What's the?
He looks like a
phrase?
nude
Coverage.
man. He looks like a nude man hiding in the hedges. 131060. What happened when you were couch surfing? I'll take sharing
We've got to get rid of this loot music now. It
Either
feels
the
like
loot
we're-
goes or your clothes go.
Okay.
131060. What happened when you What happened when you were couch surfing? Or couch surfing. Or Airbnb. You get
yeah.
it. Funny stuff like this.
What did you rock
More-
up to?
More of this stuff.
Yeah.
131060.
Carrie and Tommy.
Carrie and Tommy for your Thursday Arvo. And on 131060, what happened when you were couch surfing?
Sorry, I can't stop thinking about what I'd do if I came back into the room and you guys were just nude.
Oh, yeah. And there was a loot.
And there was a loot. I think
But
you-
also, if no one said anything or
so
acted
if
like
no
it was
one
weird.
if no one said anything,
Yeah.
I think I would
Just to be clear, not if everyone was at work. Like, if you're at home in your house and you just came back into your living room and all your mates were nude, I don't reckon you'd leave.
I think I'd slowly take my clothes off and just get nude.
Of course you would.
And then wouldn't say anything either.
That's what's his name? Tristan did.
I just remembered one of the first times I hung out with you guys, we had to come back to an apartment and everyone's pants were off. It was like a pants off party. Do you remember at Johnny's apartment?
No, I don't remember.
I do not recall, Your Honour.
Yeah, absolutely not. You made that up. Stop it. Get off the stand, sir.
What happened to you today? You're just saying the most random shit.
And he's my lawyer. I can't believe I've hired that guy.
Oh, sorry. Do you have something else to add?
No, I don't think so.
Tommy and Johnny.
Rebecca, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you
Yeah,
guys?
good. What happened when you rocked up to the accommodation?
I was at my father-in-law's house. We were staying there for a bit with our dog. There was a storm and the dog was scared of storm, so it went and weed on the lounge. And then in the lounge, there was a dead rat.
Oh, my gosh.
It was pretty gross
there's a lot
when we went to
going on.
clean it. Yeah.
It
was gross.
Did you smell the rat
Mortified.
before the piss?
No, just the piss and the dead rat
And did you find the dead rat because you took the covers off the couch to wash them?
to clean it. Yep.
What's the expression? I smell a dead rat. No.
Literally.
Yeah.
I
That
smell
must be
no,
where-
it's I smell a rat.
I smell
They
a
still
rat.
have the lounge.
But does that come from a dead rat?
No, it's a rat, as in like a snitch, like a It's a if you think there's an undercover cop.
But
So,
do you
like-
think it came from
so,
the fact
like,
that you
if
could
we
smell
were-
a dead
so-
rat from a mile away?
So if we were no, I think it's because they refer to them as because ratting out people.
Oh.
So I think, for example, if Eli, Jesse, me, and Sam were nude, but then you walked in a ball gown, I'd go, I smell a rat. I think
Or
Carrie
if
might be an undercover cop.
But what about if you had a party that was a pants-off party, but then someone told you, told everyone
Rat.
about it, you'd smell a rat?
No, but that's not quite right because that was just inaccurate.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
That's a demented man.
So when cops do the ratting out, right, does that come from the fact that if a place has got lots of rats in it and they go and do a clean out, they get rid of all the rats? Is that kind of where it came from? The expression?
No, because the
when you rat out
rats aren't
somebody.
actually the cops. The rats are the people that tell the cops. So if Jesse and I were in a criminal syndicate, no, let's
Not
just go with the
again.
nude thing. If Jesse and I were nude, and then Jesse went to the cops and went, "Tommy's nude," Jesse'd be the
He's
rat.
the rat.
He's the rat.
D, welcome to the most strangest conversation.
Just another
Hi
D.
guys, how you going?
Very good. Very good, D. What happened when you rocked up to the share house?
So I was friends with this girl on TikTok for 12 months, and I'd done a gap year, and I went overseas to meet her for the first time.
Yes.
Went out for lunch, went out for coffee. She invited me back to dinner to her place where there was other people there. Rocked up, they're all sitting, about 8 people eating dinner nude.
Wow.
What's her TikTok?
and-
Is she nudish on TikTok?
No, she's completely fine on TikTok. That's just what they do apparently. They're all digging in, feasting, boys, girls, all nude, head to toe. And she just started getting nude herself. She's telling me to, this is how we do it, get nude. And I just was, I froze.
Yep.
And I left and I haven't spoken to her
Oh,
since.
so you didn't stay to see how it all unfolded?
Oh, God, no. I've never been in a room with that many naked people. My goodness.
D-
I just shook and left.
D, firstly, neither. Shut up, lawyer. Now, D, I have 2 questions for you. The first one, were they sitting on towels or was there bare asses on the chairs?
No, they had like leather chairs that they were sitting on.
That's the worst material.
So, yeah, there was about 8 of them.
to
They were
it.
having a feast and she started getting naked.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Second question, D. Are
Yeah.
you sure this wasn't a prank on you?
I bloody hope. Oh, I hope so. Because I have not spoken to her since. I don't know how you come back from that.
Yeah.
No, she pretty much said, like, I looked at her and she's like, this is what we normally do every Saturday gathering. And yeah, I just left.
Every Saturday.
Were they attractive, D?
I had no time to even look or think.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
would freeze. You'd imagine going to someone else's house, especially I think watching her get changed in front of you. Oh, it's all a lot.
Are you turning this into a serious chat?
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
For your Thursday afternoon, it is Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little for the drive home. And with CommBank Yellow, you score even more recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's their way of thanking you for banking with CommBank.
So I don't know what AI is, right? I don't
know either, if it
I don't understand it. But our beautiful man that works in a cave producing our show, Jesse. What, Jesse? He's in a cave.
No.
We feed him.
Sorry, no,
What?
I just saw something.
You've seen the photo?
Yeah.
Bro.
This is why I said don't. Yeah.
We're in a lot of trouble.
We're in a lot of trouble here. So yeah, we're in a lot of trouble.
What's
So,
happening?
Carrie, as you know, Jazzy has been squirreling away in his cave, right? He's finished with his fish heads for the day, so he's hard at work. And he has got AI to doctor up some Vogue covers. And you've already
'cause
seen...
we were talking about Hailey Bieber earlier in the show.
Hold on.
Don't look.
Hold on.
Don't look.
Are you sure you want to
Nah.
do this?
Because in the middle
hang
of an
on.
argument, Justin Bieber said to Hailey Bieber, "You'll never be on the
Thank
cover
you.
of Vogue," and you don't understand why people would desperately want to be on the cover of Vogue. And I said it's a thing in the model world.
I didn't know we should have all been aspiring to
No,
be
we're
on the cover
not
of
because
Vogue.
we're not models.
Well, apparently we are, because you've already seen Jazzy has done 2
One
covers,
of you.
2 for
It
me.
doesn't even look like you, so it's not like you're on the cover
Ooh,
of Vogue.
we've got to-
The second one's pretty accurate.
We've got to tread carefully. Don't look. Don't
I'm
look.
gonna look
don't
now.
look just
Why
yet. Don't look
can't I
just yet.
look? Why?
Don't look just
I
yet.
wanna look.
No, don't look just yet, because now
This is the closest I'm ever going to get to be on the cover of Vogue. Is what I'm about to look
Carrie,
at now.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I've got to choose my words carefully here.
But it's AI. It's not
best
me.
words
so
for
it's
you to
not
choose
offensive.
was
I
none.
didn't do a shoot, and now you're laughing at me. This is AI.
Jesse, what do you say now?
You shouldn't have said anything.
I'm opening it.
We never should have started
Oh my
this.
Why does AI think I'm 75 years old?
And
Oh,
And-
don't
And
point
what?
it out.
And-
Don't
And
point
what?
it out.
And what?
and
And what?
have a look.
I am having a look. What's wrong with
Oh,
me?
she can't see it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
the wonky eye. Do I have a wonky eye in real life?
There's
No,
also a 5
You do?
At Carrie Tommy Show.
There's also what?
There's also-
5 head.
What's a 5
Oh,
head
you've
mean?
got a 5 head, yeah.
What's a 5 head?
Something you could project a movie onto.
What? A big forehead. Yeah. I do have a big forehead, though. I've told you that. Remember, I got told when I went on TV I couldn't wear my hair up because I had too big a forehead.
Don't make it sad.
Oh, I do have a big forehead. I'm okay with that.
Just get your Vogue cover frames and you can put that up, and that can be when people walk in, they can see your note from Oprah, your goal logie, and your Vogue cover.
Up next, though, something for the people. If this is not enough for the people, should we give them something else?
We've got to post this.
Up next, we're going to give you the chance. What? Why are you all looking stressed?
Because we're wondering how much this looks like you or not.
Up next, we're going to give you the chance to get a year's worth of Friday night takeout on us.
Yes.
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
So I started my journalism career about maybe 26 years ago now.
Yes.
And I saw a pic from the early days that I wanted to bring to you.
Great.
Do you remember?
Taking a look back at the archives of your guys' lives.
When was that? When did that happen?
So a friend sent me an article, a beautiful article they did about a surgeon, a breast surgeon in Melbourne, Jenny. And the article says there is something very special about Jenny. It was all about how she's one of Melbourne's most experienced breast surgeons, and how she's been passionately treating women for more than 50 years and encouraging women to find lumps, because if you detect breast cancer early, you've got a great chance of survival, all of this stuff.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, great article to send. And I thought, what an incredible woman. And then I zoomed in and I realised why my friend had sent it to me. And I realised that there in this article in the newspaper was a very young Carrie.
There she is. You're leaning over in the media throng.
In the media pack with a microphone interviewing this said beautiful, wonderful breast surgeon.
Yes.
And I remember it vividly because it was the moment we'd found out that Kylie Minogue had breast cancer. And I think it was a Saturday and I was at work, or I can't remember if I was at work or not, and they called me down and said the only comment that's going to be made about it is from her surgeon. It's going to be at a hospital, I think it was Cabrini Hospital down in Melbourne, and everyone had to go there. It was the one comment we were ever going to get about it. And we went and sat and we heard the devastating news for Kylie. And I remember at the time thinking, oh my God, that's so horrible. And it was such a huge thing at the time. And seeing that was 20 years ago has reminded me that Kylie Minogue is a 20-year breast cancer survivor, and how bloody incredible that is. Because we're talking about research all the time, and how I'm hoping with brain cancer to shift the survival rates to be like that. When people get diagnosed, they survive for many, many, many years. And I went on to interview Kylie subsequent years later, and she's very private about talking about her health journey. She touched on it only very briefly in the interview I did with her, which is quite right, because it is her own personal journey and nobody else's. But, yeah, I just remember thinking the times I've met and spoken to her over the years, and I just think what a beautiful joy she is to our country, who we nearly lost 20 years ago, and how incredible.
How amazing, because
Carrie and Tommy.
Happy Thursday, Arvo. It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
With CommBank Yellow, you score even more. More recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's their way of thanking you for banking with CommBank. Ongoing eligibility and T's and C's apply.
Carrie and Tommy's live for free.
Carrie and Tommy's live for free.
Now that we've got Carrie and Tommy's live for free.
This is very exciting because we have one more person to put through. It'll only be down to 4. All you have to do is answer when we call you yellow, and you go in that draw for an amazing prize, a year's worth of Friday night takeaways for the whole family.
A little birdie told me the value of it per week, which we're not allowed to say out loud yet, but it's enough. Given what I would order on a Friday night, it's enough, I reckon, for you to take out more than once a week.
Really?
It's a good amount of money.
A dump truck full of cash.
Dumps.
Oh, you can get dumps.
Dumpling.
Dumps and beers. Yes, please. Call the number.
Yellow.
Courtney!
Yellow.
Hello, Courtney.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, how good would a year's worth of Friday night takeout be?
You have no idea. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Oh, my goodness. I know everyone, talks about it, but I hate cooking. So for me, it would be amazing. But also, I have a 2-year-old, and for her to try new foods that I can't cook would be amazing.
She doesn't eat many foods. We're in the beige diet at the moment, so if I can introduce new things that I would never cook, that's a win.
Also,
so
naan bread's a bit beige. Put that with the butter chicken for you.
Do you know how much
Yum.
she loves that? That and papadums. They're like her go-to.
Well,
So
Courtney,
I'll take it.
you are one step closer. We will speak to you again to find out if you are the lucky person who wins the prize of a year's
You
worth
guys
of
are
takeover.
amazing. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited just at the thought of it.
Thanks, Courtney.
Find out who's won tomorrow. It's all thanks to CommBank Yellow. You score even more with them, more recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's their way of thanking you for banking with CommBank. Ongoing eligibility and T's and C's apply.
Carrie and Tommy.
Imagine going to a concert and at the one concert you get Mariah Carey, then Pitbull comes out, then you get Wiz Khalifa,
Oh
then
my-
Lil Jon, then Eve pops up for a little ditty,
Oh,
Tiny Temper, Jordan Sparks, Yo Mafia, all at one concert.
pretty amazing.
That's Friday's Live, baby. And that is the lineup that has been announced
Yes.
today.
huge. Because, as I said, I'm very excited about Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide. Did you know his real name?
I feel like it's something like Alessandro or something.
You're not too far off because it's Armando Cristian Perez.
So different, isn't it? Armando's a fun name.
And he said-
Armando.
and
Where's he from?
He's
from Florida.
Yeah, I really put the wrong accent on that, didn't I?
Gosh, when I know
I'm sure
this,
his heritage is Latino.
It must be.
Yeah.
discovering that Flo Rida was Florida
Oh, yeah, true.
was
Yeah,
just
I know.
mind blowing.
Life changing.
Carrie and Tommy.
It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
So I feel younger than my age.
You
Right?
look younger than it too, Carrie.
I don't feel my age, and I think we're going to prove it once and for all.
Do you know, I think, do you want Ernest or not?
No, you can be earnest for a second.
You obviously launched your 10 years since you started your beanies campaign, and you see the photos of you side by side. I think you actually look younger.
Yeah, I was going to say the photo of the same dress from
Yeah.
the launch. Yeah.
To be fair, the first picture I'd had a baby 6 weeks before,
You just meant to take compliments.
and I hadn't slept.
You just
and
meant to.
so
Just-
I
just- Do you
wanna-
think
do you wanna
I
try
do
another
want to
one?
look better
Just
than
a-
6 weeks postpartum.
Just to thank you.
Maybe
Thank
just try again.
Carrie, you know those photos. The first one, you looked shocking. But the second one, my God, I don't know what you've had done, but... See, this is why you just should have said thank you at the first
You really should have. Anyway, the point of what I'm saying
Nailed
is
it.
we may be a certain age, but it's how we feel on the inside and how we move. And I saw something the other day that said, if you can, be on your knees. Your knees.
Gotta get down on my knees.
My mind is aging though. You can be on your knees, kneeling down, and then you can come to upstanding, standing up. Why can't I speak?
Go from...
From kneeling to standing up in one move.
Yep.
Then you've got the biological age of a 30-year-old.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So should we all try it?
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think
have
I'll be
a
able
crack.
to do
Come
it.
over here.
Okay.
Yep.
So can you show me how it's done first so I get the idea?
All right.
Meant to go.
Carrie's going to kneel down.
Should I have shoes on?
And you should be able to go from here to standing up.
Yep.
So you want to try two? We'll
You're
try
not
at the
gonna
same
do it?
time. One by one. Okay. And
She's swinging her arms a lot, and there's not a lot of other movement. And she's
Oh my
just
God, I heard
she's
something.
shuffled
I just
and then
heard
brought
something crack.
one leg
Hang on.
up.
am I doing it right?
Did you just break something?
No, but my knee hurts. a
Something
bit.
cracked.
What am I doing? Jump
She
up.
kind of did a little hop
Jump up,
on
hop
and then
up.
landed
Okay,
back on
hop
her
up. Ready?
knees.
And
Oh,
okay, hold on.
she's just. Oh,
Carrie, are you okay? This looks so painful.
At Carrie
Try
Tommy
it.
Show on the
It
socials
looks
if you want to
easier than
see
this on the
some
internet.
shattered
You
kneecaps.
go in this position over here.
But
I
you're
reckon I'm
starting
gonna-
from.
Oh my god! Even walking around, my knees hurts.
I reckon I'm going to break something.
Don't hurt yourself though.
Okay, Tommy's having a go.
Oh, no.
straight away.
No.
First try.
Oh my god! It appears that I am old. Hold on,
But
I'm
also,
going to get it. How
I'm-
did you do it?
I'm worried you broke something.
How did you do it?
I just got up.
Ow! Oh my toes.
Oh, now she's broken her toes.
No, I'm getting it.
Oh, now she's going to have another
Were
crack.
you bended toes?
I don't know.
Oh, she's having another go. Oh, there was another crack.
That is the most unco-looking stuff I've ever seen.
But I'm young and cool.
Follow Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little on socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Bye.
Bye. Carrie and Tommy love a good deal, and CommBank Yellow has plenty. Cashbacks, discounts, and exclusive deals. Just for banking with CommBank. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.